Morning. So today is going to be a travel video. I've been inspired by the Casey Neistat video where he did 48 hours to Germany and back. So I thought I'd time with a stopwatch. I would time how long it takes to get from Orlando, Florida back to Wellington, New Zealand from hotel door to house door. So I'm going to hit start on this thing now. Thanks Hilton. Nice bed. Nice little breakfast. So we're about 2 minutes into the journey and we're going to jump in an Uber and get to the airport for a 12 o'clock flight. It's currently about 10:50. Arrived at the Orlando airport. I don't know if you can read that. 26 minutes in. So far, pretty uneventful trip. It's been currently 44 minutes into it, and that's since leaving the hotel room, and there's been a car ride, a sky bus, and now we're sitting at the gate, which started boarding 2 minutes ago, and there's a huge line, so I'll just sit here and wait. When you guys are doing video, it goes viral, but when you do an image, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's very rare that an image will go viral, but video,
Yeah.
Good content, good material, will go quick.
Yeah. And you were also saying that you've got some clips that have been out there for a few years and they're still getting hits.
Yeah, it's it just depends on what the subject matter is and how universal it is, how adaptable it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're now on social because it works for you, right?
It works.
That's
it
right.
works.
Okay, have arrived in Houston, Texas. Uneventful flight. Nice to sit by Kevin. Thanks for chatting, Kevin. Kevin's doing some good work with video at the Navy. So if the Navy are listening, expand the budget. He needs to do more video. So we're now at this time on the entire travel. And in a minute I'll set a table and tell you guys actually where I'm going, so you know what I'm talking about. So here's the trip today. We're going from America over the Pacific Ocean to New Zealand. We started in Florida and we flew to Houston, and then we're flying to LA, and then we're doing a huge flight down to Wellington. In fact, also we stop in Auckland and then go to Wellington. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 flights to get from the DoubleTree Hotel in Orlando, Florida, all the way to my house in Wellington, New Zealand. And this is obviously the longest flight. It's about 11 hours. So far it's taken 9.5 hours to get to LA from Orlando, Florida, which seems a little long. Has anyone else flown quicker than that? I think maybe the layover in Houston didn't help either. After much confusion and lots of walking, getting closer to Terminal B. Still don't really know where it is. a shower suite. That feels about 100 times better. So we're almost 12 hours into the journey and we're still in LA, and we're going to be in LA. It's currently 7:30 and we're going to be in LA until 10:30, and then from there I think it's about 11 and a half hours over the Pacific, and then a layover for another hour, and then a flight for another hour, and then maybe half an hour, and then I'll be home. I had a little thought. What about if brands started to make their own TV shows? And so it's not so much about the idea of doing branded content where someone else is making a TV show and then a brand wants to get involved and puts their name on it, but the brand actually makes the TV show. So an example maybe could be Airbnb, where they make it could be like a sitcom. It could be like Friends, but it's people who are always going off and staying in other towns, and what do they call it? It's like having a local holiday or something, or like local camping. I can't remember what the term is, but somebody came up with it, which is that you rent out your house, but then you rent someone else's house in the same town. So you're actually in the same place, but you're trying out other things. So imagine if there was like a group of friends who did that type of thing, and then it was just about their lives and what they're doing with work and love lives and growing up and everything. But it's so it's intrinsically around what Airbnb does, but it's not about Airbnb. That's just part of the fabric of what the series is based in, but it's tying to the ethos of what the company's doing and what it stands for, and they own the production. So you hire your own writing crew, and you hire your own production crew to make it, and you figure out all sorts of ways of distributing it, and it ends up with hopefully it ends up with a TV audience. It doesn't have to be on TV, but I mean a TV scale audience, millions and millions of people, and it's just a level much more authentic, because it's not an advert, it's not a branded content, it's not anything like that. It's just true entertainment, but with the underlying feelings that are real. I'm in front of a fire, by the way, in case you want to know what that was.
Hello.
And what's your favourite thing about the lounge?
I love hot chips. And I love potato chips. So I'm all about the chips, really. That's how I judge a lounge on.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have attention please? Stop 52.
We're on the plane. We've landed 27 hours, way longer than I thought. What are you doing in New Zealand?
I'm here visiting my boyfriend, actually, who I met last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're American?
Yeah, from Monterey, California.
And you just like don't hang out and then you come over? Or
Yeah, I came
like,
here on student exchange.
Yeah.
So I came here for 2016, and now I'm just back visiting.
So you haven't seen each other for a year?
I saw him at the end of August. He came for 3 months.
Oh, right.
So it's been a while.
That's
and then
fine.
I'm going to university in Dunedin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good spot. We've arrived back in New Zealand at 6:30 in the morning. We've been traveling for 27 hours to get from Orlando, Florida to Auckland. We're still not even in Wellington. So I'm kind of assuming it's going to take 30 hours from door to door. Great airport lounge in LA, thanks, Air New Zealand, and also pretty good flight. Nice staff, nice food, nice movies. That's my favourite bit. Two weeks without New Zealand coffee, it's a bad thing. Oh, the milk. Being away for a couple of weeks from New Zealand, the thing you forget is how good it smells over here.